morning, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into another exciting time in Tuning with Neye. I'm your host, Neye. There are lots of social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Venmo. I know there is Snapchat, there's Twitter, LinkedIn. There's a whole lot of them, but I know especially for Facebook, you're prompted to put in your relationship status. What is your relationship status on social media? Married? Single? Complicated? I really never paid attention to this until something happened. So in the course of the week, you know the way I post my videos and then I put my email on there and I ask you to send me messages to ask me questions, tell me, share your opinion, share whatever with me, tell me what you want to say. So a lady sent me an email, I opened it, and when I was done reading it, I was close to tears. It has to do with, it's basically about social media and her marriage, like how it affected or how it affects her marriage. So guys, this is a real life story. Like, this is not fabricated, this is a real life story. It's someone's reality. So she got married to her husband. This was a man of her dreams. They actually went for their honeymoon in, I think it was Dubai. They went for their honeymoon in Dubai. They had a lovely time. They came back. Shortly after that, she discovered that she was with child. The couple were elated, like they were super happy. And to surprise his wife, he gave her a car. She mentioned the brand, but I'm not gonna say it. It's a luxury car. He gives her with this car and she's super excited. He asked her to stop working so she could have enough time to rest and take care of the unborn baby. Just relax. He was pampering her. And she felt very loved, She felt very loved and excited. It's a new marriage. So the husband would go to work, he would come back, she would make some food, they would have to do the usual things that couple do. Until this very day, she was sitting pretty at home watching TV when her husband comes back. When her husband comes back from work. Just like every other day, she stands up and goes to say hello to him, but he's very cold towards her and she didn't understand what was happening because this is so unlike the man that she's used to. And then the conversation goes, "Hey babe, how was your day?" "Fine." "What exciting happened? How was your day at the office?" "Okay." And now she knows that something is really wrong. So she keeps pressing him for answers because she wants to know what is wrong. This is so unlike her husband. He turns around looking at her with so much anger emanating from his eyes, and he turns and accuses her of being a liar and a cheat. The lady, in utter confusion, still couldn't grasp what he was talking about. She wanted to assume he was joking, and she kept on pressing, "Baby, what are you talking about? How am I a liar and a cheat?" And he says, and he tells her, and he says to her, "Bring out your phone." Now she's super confused. She goes to the couch, picks up her phone, and hands it over to him. But he tells her to hold it. So he asks her to open it and go on Facebook, go to her Facebook page. She opens the page. Now she is totally confused. She opens her Facebook page and he asks her, "What's your relationship status?" And she scrolls through her phone and is like, well, it says single, but babe, this has been a long time ago. Like, I've had my status like this forever. I've just been so busy. I barely check Facebook. I'm not really active on social media. I'm always tired and I sleep a lot. And the man just cuts her off because he doesn't want to hear any of her excuses. And he's really angry. He says, "You're carrying my baby. I've given you a car. I put you in this fancy house. I've given you everything a man should give a woman, yet you're ashamed to tell the whole world that you belong to me." The lady is super confused. And then she thinks it's still a joke. She tries to pacify him. "Oh baby, you know what? I'm just going to change it. I'm going to change it right now. It's no big deal. I just never thought it was so much of an issue, He picks an argument out of it and gets upset that she says he's making it a big issue. So at this point, they get into this nasty back and forth. He raises his hand and hits her, and poof, that door was opened. The door that we never ever want to open that very day. he beat her. The lady in tears, confused, ashamed, doesn't know what to do. She doesn't want to tell her mother, she doesn't want to tell her parents because she's scared of what they would say. Because initially, fast forward to the beginning of the story, initially her family didn't want her to get married to her husband because they had they had their reservations towards him. But she was so in love with him and she felt that was the man for her. She has never ever seen this side of him before. This is a totally different person. Now she's confused, she doesn't know what to do, she's carrying his baby, she's 6 months gone, she's ashamed, she's hurting, her body hurts. She doesn't want to tell her family about it because she's confused, she doesn't know what they would say. She doesn't want to create a rift between her parents and her husband. She doesn't want to make the wall even taller than it is already. Her friends, she's been keeping this, she's been maintaining this status of, oh, I'm happy, I just got married, everything is fine, everything is rosy, I'm expecting my baby, my precious one. She's in that place that he wants to be. So she sends me this email and she's poured it out to me, she doesn't know what to do. Personally, I believe that the moment a man or a woman starts to lay their hands on another person, it becomes abusive. And abuse is more than, for me, abuse is more than just physically laying your hands on a person. With your words, when you make a person feel less than themselves, sometimes words are even more powerful than physical torture. Through my correspondence with her, she's been to the hospital, the baby's fine, she's doing okay, her body, I think she had a swollen eye, which is way better now. She sent me some pictures. Her eyes, her eye is way better. Her body, she's recovering fast from the heat. And her husband has apologized to her. According to her, he's apologized. He says it's never gonna happen again. And I'm like, okay, I'm not advising you to quit your marriage or leave your husband. But for me, right now, it's more than just about her. She's carrying a life inside of her. She's carrying a precious life inside of her. Silence has killed a lot of women. And some men. Open up and tell her mother what is happening, especially if you have a godly woman as your mother. Open up, seek counsel from her. Tell her you have to come home for XYZ period of time. Maybe for the duration of a pregnancy. Go home, and when you know you've had your baby and your baby is fine, and during that process, you and your husband can start to work things out. If he needs to go for counseling, he should maybe anger management. Something, he needs to go for anger management. He needs to go for counseling. He needs to read some books. He needs to speak with people and try and overcome that challenge in his life. She has to make sure that the home is conducive for herself and her baby before she works back into that home with her husband. My counsel and your counsel added together might be what will save her life, because we all need each other to survive. And guys, if you're wondering where I got this amazing top, I actually didn't buy it from a store. It's handmade. Yeah! I love to crochet. That's another thing that I do on the side. I love to crochet. So I crocheted this cold shoulder sweater. I love it. Like, it feels amazing. I promise to do a video when I crochet something. I don't know when I'm gonna do that, but I promise you that I'm gonna do a crochet video. Keyword for the day: I don't have to react to every single thing that bothers me. Have a great day.